Okay. First of all, we would like to introduce ourselves. I have a little bit of echo, and I don't know if you it's your or it's mine. Okay. Anyway, is everybody listening the echo, or is just me? Okay, perfect. Okay. So in the meantime, Xavi, can you paste in the chat the documentation for the workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, for the ones that you didn't have time to basically install everything, maybe now it's a little bit late. I don't know if you will have time while we are talking, but for this, let's say, limited time we have, it's going to be complicated if you didn't have installed. So try to do it now. And I will try to basically have like 10 minutes presentation more or less before we start. So that's more or less who we are. Let's say the ones that we're gonna do my name is Santi Fuentemilla, and let's say my background is architect, and I'm here in the Fab Lab Barcelona since 2030, and I'm mostly involved in the Future Learning Unit, that is the educational department inside the Fab Lab Barcelona. And I'm with Xavi. Maybe Xavi, you can introduce yourself better than me. Let me mute myself for a second, and then you can go. Wait a second. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm Xavi Dominguez from Future Learning also. My background is a multimedia engineer, but since 5 years ago, I started Future Learning. That is the unit focused in the development of skills, so trying to accompany the people to develop skills and key competencies that are super necessary to lead with this uncertain future. Yeah, and today I will facilitate part of the workshop together with Santi. So feel free to ask everything that you want in the chat. So we will try to fix during the session. A pleasure for me.
Okay. And then, sorry, I have two screens. And then it's missing Oliver that I think so. I don't know if he managed to connect, but Oliver is also part of the team. It's an architect too. And 2 years ago, he basically did the MDev, that is the Master in Design of Emergency Futures here in the house, and now is part of the team. Yeah, a little bit of background of who we are. So we are the Fab Lab Barcelona, and we are inside the Institute of Advanced Architecture of Catalonia. That is let's say, a private foundation that offers Masters of Architecture. But with the years, we start like doing, let's say, a lot of different educational programs. And as a Fab Labs, we was founded in 2007. We was one of the first was in the European Union. And nowadays we are global coordinators of the distributed educational program as Fab Academy, for example, and we are one of the leaders in educational programs as design and architectures. We also, some years before, we started the global initiative Fab City. That is, I don't know if Roberto explained it or introduced it, but it's this. It's a way to understand what's next of the Fab Labs. So as if we have a Fab Labs that are like kind of like digital fabrication laboratories inside the cities, how can we use this infrastructure together with the rest of the things that we have, let's say in a city scale, to start like helping cities to be more productive and less consumers. In a different like understandings of layers in the society. This is a little bit of summary of our history. Oops. They cannot see the presentation. So, why did you didn't tell me? Sorry. Let me see. So then, what? Wait. I will just, it's gonna be easy. I have to give like, I have so it was this problem. Okay, well, so then we will have to improvise a little bit.
I can share.
Can you share?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's gonna be easy. Sorry, guys. Anyway, you will find these presentations in the documentation that we sent in the chat. Okay. Cool. Okay, now I can be a little bit more here and then I can see the screen. Okay, so yeah. Okay, perfect. So yeah, can you pass, Xavi? Okay, so this is a little bit of the kind of like timeline of history of Fab Lab Barcelona together inside the year. And I don't gonna enter in detail, but I think so it's nice to know a little bit of yeah, sorry guys for the inconvenience. It's nice to understand what are the key steps we was doing as a Fab Lab as a transition or as yeah, it's just to understand what's our trajectory, let's say, and that's it. I'm just putting here just for you to know. Next, please. Okay, so as I was mentioning, so we, Xavi and me, Oliver, and some other ones here in the Fab Lab Barcelona are the ones that are related to educational programs, and we understand educational programs and learning, let's say, in a multi-layer also approach and in different educational programs, not just Fab Academy, not just the masters, also activities we do related to teachers, kids, also and other programs. But at the end, what we do is we explore these new ways of learnings, and we are an action research group that focus basically to basically work in the necessary methodologies and resources to develop these key skills and competences for this new future that's going to come, but always with this focus of apply all of this knowledge and apply all of these skills to give them the tools to be an active like key members of the society to change the environments. And we focus in three main like aspects when we are talking about the learning point of view from the, let's say, the learners, that are how can we design our learning programs or learning experience in these three main topics. No? So how we can like always be or increase the attitude of the student for them to learn, for them to be part of the community, for them to engage in looking at the resources, which kind of challenge we can put it in which kind of challenge we provide or we help them to figure out that are directly related with their needs and their ambitions, because we understand that is the best way also for them to keep it the motivation and also for start like looking for the future answers. And how can all the expertise we have at the Fab Lab and in the community or in the, let's say, different people that is around, let's say, normally the learning experience, how can we basically involve in the projects to basically have like better, let's say, again, learnings outcomes. Cool. So it doesn't mean that we have like a recipe or that we have like we always do the same. So we change and we explore, I would say, like always best different approaches, but we believe in a kind of like some principles that we can summarize in this like 6 like let's say statements, if you want to say, that is this idea of like always work in community and co-design and co-create as much as we can with the different agents and also students that we participate, to understand that the knowledge should be open in a way that we can basically distribute and we can reuse it, and we can basically build on top of the experience that we had before. This idea that happens also in some of the educational programs, especially the ones that are related to the Fab Lab networks, that ones that happens like locally, but that are distributed like globally, but are basically applied like locally, and that sense is the way that that we give it like sense. Understanding this idea of that nowadays, I think so it's even more let's say clear, but that the learnings happens everywhere, and it happens in any moment of the day, but also in any environment. So we should make sure that we design experience, or that we work in educational programs that we try to connect that environments. As I mentioned it, so we want them to connect to the real social, let's say, problems and with environment challenge. And for that, the ODS, or the Sustainable Goals, it gives like a perfect umbrella to understand and to frame the different issues that could happen in a society. And then one of the most important, so we are trying to always be as much inclusive, understanding inclusive as designing like let's say the challenges or the activities in a way that are basically comfortable for everybody. That's the best way for us to understand like that, that we it's easy to start like collaborations between everybody. Cool. So today we want, as I mentioned it, we want to do an activity that is basically the result, or I will not say the result because it's not an endpoint, but it's something that we are developing for so many years, and we prototype it in so many ways. But the idea is like how the data can help us to be social innovators, let's say. And we test it in Do It, but we test it. Sorry, Xavi. Can you pass? We tested. Okay, another one. We tested, let's say the beginning of everything starts with this project. That is a project that starts like 7 years ago, with this idea of like, how can we basically prototype a device that measure like environmental data. And it's not just the device, it's also the platform. And how can we basically build it in a way of this idea of open knowledge? So how can be like all the data can be open source in terms of that we empower like the society and all the and how we can turn this data in actions, let's say. And this is what we tried, or what we did in this project, that is the Making Sense, that is basically using this idea of devices that can help to monitorize the environmental data that is around, let's say. How can we use it to basically detect problems in the cities and see how we can fix it? So, whoops, no, go back. So this Making Sense, sorry. At the end, one of the pilots that we did here, it was an European project that we was developing for 3 years. In this project, what we did at the end is building a community around an issue that, in that case, I don't know if you've been in Spain, but in Spain, and especially in a particular neighborhood of Barcelona, it's very common to go to the street and spend like the night there, just, talking or doing everything there. And the neighborhoods, they didn't like feel comfortable in terms of the noise and things like this. And we have these historical issues. So it's a kind of like I don't know how to say, but it's an identity of the neighborhood. So this it happens, and the people goes there because there's this, you can do these things, but at the same problem, it creates like an issue in the let's say the neighborhood, like in the citizens that are living there actually. So at the end, what they did is we use these sensors to basically understand the problem, measure the problem, and basically sensibilize, let's say, the people and the users of the let's say public space that there was this problem, and also we could like engage the city council to take part of the and to deal with the problem. Okay, and then these I was telling about, let's say, society point of view or society scale, let's say, in more broad, in a more general point of view. And here in Do It, this is part of one of the pilots that we did with the European project that you explained it, or that they explained it before you. So we continue like working and exploring this possibility of how data can help us to basically start like developing solutions for the like social problems. And in that case, we work with a school for 3 months, helping them to set up like these sensors, and also giving them another tools as the ones that we will see today, to be, let's say, more like to empower them, themselves, to empower them. In a way that they can start like measuring, detecting problems, and we are not talking just about sound. We are sound. We are talking about like temperature. We are talking about let's say water problems. We are talking about, it doesn't matter. They decided what was the problem that they would tackle, let's say, and we were supporting them to build like prototypes, test it, iterate it, and also present it. So for today, sorry. What we wanted for you to test is a fast and quick way to prototype an app that helps you to start like measuring the let's say in from today's point of view, so the noise. And here, as you can see, so there's already like several like ways to approach, and also tools that you can use it in a school to make it like to make the tool not, let's say, the problem, also the let's say to help you. And we put just here an example. So Science Journal app, it's an app that you can like actually turn your phone to take this data. Also, Microbit also can help us to do this. Smart Citizens, the ones, the platform. But if you wanna go a little bit, if you want to see what's happening out of the box, let's say, or inside the box, so having the possibility to also prototype what we want to do with our phone, it's also another like superpower that we can give it to our students or teachers. This is why we believe also to work in tools that Xavi will introduce to you right now. And this is why, today we wanna show you another tools that are not these ones. And I think so. I talked too much. Already talked too much. I know. I'm okay in the timing. Yeah. Okay, Xavi. So all yours for now. Sorry.
Okay.
Any questions about what I say? So someone wanted to add. I'm not following the chat, but I can read it. And if there's something. No questions? Okay, let's continue.
Okay, thank you, Santi. Sorry. From now, we are going to start with the workshop. Before I start the workshop, I think that there are 3 things that you should have in your computer. And the first one is you need to register in the App Inventor online tool. It's quite easy. You can just go there, inside, put your email, and then you will go inside. Then the second part, the second thing that you need to have is a mobile phone, an Android mobile phone. This activity, you can do it in your school also with iOS devices, but the thing is that with iOS devices, the process to have the app in your device is super slow, and you need to have the agreement from Apple. So that's why we decided to go through open source, and then that's why we use Android phones. Then download the MIT AI2 companion application that you can find in the Google Play Store. Okay, and the last thing, try to download these two files, the sound level extension and the MQTT extension that I want to explain you later. But try to download, click over the link and download to your computer, because we will need it. Okay. Then the rest of the links are some useful links that you can use if you want to replicate the workshop that we are going to do today in your local communities, in your schools. Then here you can find like a step-by-step how to set up a Raspberry Pi to have all the system that we are going to use today. Okay, and then some inspirational links. Okay, while you are doing these things, for us it's important that today we are going to work with different concepts. Maybe some of them are quite strange for you, or if you are not familiar with them. But there are 5 key points, 5 key concepts that you have to have in mind. The first one is what we understand for digital social innovation. So at the end, we have a lot of challenges in this uncertain future, especially now with the COVID situation. So we need social innovators. Okay, and we think that social innovation is that when you have technology to tackle social challenges in areas ranging from the healthcare and education to democracy and the environment. Okay, so at the end, if you have a challenge, you need social innovators to abort this challenge. Okay, and a local community. In your case, I'm sure that you have in the school, you are a community. So then you need to choose a challenge. And if you need to help about this, about how to conceptualize a challenge or how to give context in this challenge, we have the Sustainable Development Goals, these 17 goals that the UN put in open to everybody, to all the countries, to all the citizens. So they conceptualize, they organize this challenge in 17 different goals. And I think that this tool or this concept can help you to give context in your projects in the school. Okay. For example, today we are going to work about the sustainable goal number 11, that is sustainable cities and communities. Okay. And this is important to have a community, because if you have a challenge but you don't have nobody that wants to or nobody that feels that this is a challenge, you cannot abort them. So try to find a community that I'm sure that your school are going to be one of them. Try to identify a local challenge and put in the context of the sustainable goals. Okay. For today, the workshop, we are going to work about data, noise data. So it's important to understand what is the noise pollution. Okay, this is a pandemic that we have, especially in the cities. So we have noise from different sources, and we should understand first what does it mean, the noise. Okay. And how it affects us, because the noise affects us in many things. Affects us in terms of if we sleep, can we sleep well? If we can work well? If we can play in the street? If we have noise from, for example, industrial zones, so we cannot sleep, we cannot play, we cannot work, so we cannot study well. So it's important to think and to understand what does it mean, the noise. Okay, that's why we put these links. For challenges, for social challenge, we need data, and try to understand this data and try to get this data. And we get this data from sensors, and we can share this information through internet to different platforms, to different systems. That's the concept of Internet of Things. And so we have devices connected, getting data, getting information that then we can share in a system, and then analyze this data and then say, okay, that's the problem, that's the challenge. So let's gonna try to propose a solution. Okay, and this is completely still. This is science. This is technology. This is engineering. This is mathematics. This is arts. For us, it's important the arts, and of course, it's mathematics. Okay. And then the last two concepts that are specifically for today is that we are going to use Node-RED. In fact, I prepared a Node-RED system dashboard. And Node-RED is a programming tool that you can use to connect different devices in a same system and then share this information. So if you see the schematic that we have here and that we are going to use today, so we have the sensors. In our case today, the sensors are going to be our mobile phones. So we are going to get the data from the noise level in your local or in your places when you are right now measuring with the phones, and then we will share this information to the Node-RED system that we have here. So we will receive the information here, and then we will do a map sharing or trying to mark these points from your locations. Okay. Another important concept that is for today is that when you share information, you are sending messages, and you need something in your system that takes this message, read it, and say, okay, this message goes through this panel. This message goes through the other panel. So at the end is when you call a company and someone receives the call and say, hey, what do you want? And then you say something, you get the message, the person from the company get the message and say, okay, you need this person, and then put you in contact with the person. Okay, this is the concept that we're going to use today. Okay, so the MQTT broker, that is the part of the system that are going to manage the messages, I have it in the server, in the Node-RED. Again, all this information is in the documentation. So here, if you go up, you can follow these steps, and you will know how to set up everything. Okay. And okay, let's gonna start with the app. So take your mobile phone. I suppose that you download the MIT App Inventor in the application in your device, and then go to your computer, go to the browser, type the appinventor.mit.edu, and then click on the Create Apps. So if you click in the Create Apps, you will go something to like this. So in my case, these are all the apps that we use in different projects. So you will find something like this, probably empty if you never use it. And then click in the Start New Project. Okay. So again, go to MIT App Inventor, Create Apps, and then once you are inside the platform, click on the Start New Project. Okay. If someone has questions, please put it in the chat. Maybe Santi can help on me. Okay. So click on the Start New Project. You can put the name of the project. Let's gonna put, for example, the Steam Croatia. Then click OK. Okay, and then once you are inside the platform, once you put the name of the project, you will see an environment, an interface like this. App Inventor has like two parts. One part is the interface to prototype your application, and then you have the blocks that is for coding the application. Okay, so one, the designer part to design the application, and then one part to code the application. Okay. Okay. In the designer part, we have it's divided in three parts. One is the user interface of the palette, where you can find different objects, interfaces that you can use in your application. Then in the middle, we have the simulator, and then in the right hand, you will find some specific fields to modify each of the user interface. Okay. So today, what we need? First, go to the user interface. Okay, and click on the label part. So user interface label, and once you have it, you can click and put it in the simulator. Okay, like this. It's clear? Yeah. Perfect. Someone has question, please tell me. Okay.
Yes, it seems clear.
It's clear. Okay, perfect. Then another user interface object or component that we are going to use is a button. So click over the button and put below the label. Okay. What else we need? We will need a second label. So click again on the label. Okay, like this. And that's the last one, after label. Okay. So we have 3 labels. So if you see in the components part, we have the screen, that is the main object. And inside the screen, we have 3 labels and 1 button. Okay. So let's gonna take the first label and let's gonna rename. So click on the component, click on the button rename, and let's put the sound level, because we are gonna use this label to put the noise level that we are gonna have, to put it in your, so you can see the value of the noise. And then the second label, we're gonna rename it like, and we're gonna call status. Of course, you can change this name. This is just a name, and I normally use, when I'm coding an application, a mnemotechnic names, so we can use it later during the code part. And then the third label, we're gonna rename it as location, because we are gonna show in this label the coordinates of your location, okay? And the button, when we press the button, we are gonna share this information. So we can see here in the map your data, okay? So let's gonna rename as share data. Okay, perfect. Then if you click in the, I'm not gonna go super deep in the app inventor, because today the focus is more for us, it's more important if you understand the whole process, and then you can go deep later. So if you click in the screen, and if you go down, completely like this, okay, app name. So if you click in the app name field, you can put the name of the app. So when you download the app in your mobile phone, the name that is gonna press is that name. Okay, just in case you want to change something. Okay. Then what else? If you click in the location, okay, and then you go to the properties, you can say that the width of the label, if you click in the field parent, then we are going to use the whole width of the screen of the device, okay? And then in the alignment part, text alignment, we're going to use center. Okay, it's clear, I suppose. Then again with the same with the text button, okay, click in the button, go to the right in the properties part with field parent, we have it. Okay.
Can you repeat the last 3 steps?
Yeah, sure. So we select the location label, then we go to the properties that you can find in the right part of the designer screen in the App Inventor. And then if you scroll a little bit, you click on the width and select field parent. And it means that you are going to use the whole screen for the text label, okay? And then once you have this, the other option that you can do is align your text and put it in the center. That you can align in the left, or you can align in the right, or just click in the center. And then the same with the share data button. So click here. Go to the width, in the align, here in the line, click center, okay? And also in that case, we are gonna rename the text that appears in the button, and we're gonna put share data, okay? So when we click here, we will send information to the IoT system, and we'll get this information, okay? It's clear. It's going to change the color also. You can change the color the background color of the button, you can put, I'm not a designer as something else, but okay, we can use this and then change the color of the text, and we can say like it's gonna be white, and it can be bold, and you can do it like bigger. Clear. Then let's gonna do a quick test. So if you want to have this app that for now does nothing in your mobile phone, what you should do is first, there's two options. One option is have a mirror of the interface of MIT App Inventor in your computer, in your mobile phone, or download the app in your mobile phone. Okay. For now, we are going to use the first option. So click in the top menu, Connect, and then in Connect, a companion, and then appears here a QR code. Okay. Once you have the QR code here, go to your mobile phone, choose the MIT I companion, and scan the QR code. Okay. Again, I'm going to repeat the process. So go a companion, scan the QR code, and then probably you will see that it takes some time. Okay. But then in your mobile phone, and I have it here, I have the same thing that I have in the screen of the computer in my mobile phone. Okay. Everybody is here at this moment. Yes. Yes, great, perfect, good. Okay. Now we know the process more or less to put things. Let's go to another step. To measure the noise level, we need some extensions. So by default, in the MIT App Inventor, we don't have the noise measure, okay, option. We have some sensors that you can see here in the left part. So if you click in sensor, in maps, in sensors, there's normally the sensors that we already have in our mobile phones. But to get this information, we need some extensions. That's why I put in the documentation to download these two files. Okay, so go to in the palette, down, extension, and import from your computer the two files. Okay, in my case, I have it in the IoT, so I will select the sound pressure level first, and then you click open, import. Okay, so I have it here, and then again for the other one, that is the MQTT, so we can send message to our IoT system. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes, sorry, import, click in import. Yeah, okay, I have it here. So at this moment, in the extension part, you should have these two extensions that come from the file that we share. Okay. Now, as it was a component, choose one. Then, for example, the first one, the MQTT, and put it in the device simulator. And you will see that here inside, in the bottom part of the simulator, you will find the extension here, and then do the same with the sound pressure level. Okay. Okay. These are called non-visible components, and it means that when you open the application, you are not going to see these components, but we are going to use in the code part. Okay. There's more sensors that we need. One, if you go to the sensor, we need the location sensor. Cool, sorry.
Yes.
So in the extension,
Sorry to interrupt. Maybe you can summarize a little bit everything.
yeah. So at this moment, we have the interface of our app that are 3 labels and then 1 button. Doesn't matter if it's not like this, but what is important is at the end, we have these 3 labels and 1 button, okay? Then the second step was upload these extensions that you can find the files in the documentation, the sound level extension and the MQTT extension. And then if you click in the import extension and you choose from your computer the file, select and open, okay? And then you will see that in the left, you have as a component these 2 extensions, okay? And then once you have it, you need to take the component and put it in the simulator as a component for the sound pressure level and for the MQTT. It's okay now? Yes, I can wait. I can have 5 minutes. Are you okay? Please tell something in the chat. Yeah, it's okay. Santi?
They didn't say anything. It's just like that it's difficult to follow like in the same screen.
Yeah, okay. So just tell me. So at this moment, we are here in the extensions part, the sound and the MQTT. It's okay? Or should I wait 1 more minute? Yeah. Please say yes, no.
I don't know. Maximum feels that it's following very well.
Okay.
Another ones that are struggling.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat again, and then I will continue. So once you have the interface, we need the extensions to measure the sound and also to send the messages to our system, so to our IoT system. And for this, we need these 2 extensions. The original file are in the documentation, in the point 3. Once you download to your computer, we need to upload to the MIT App Inventor platform. Import extension. Choose the file, the 2 files. Open, import. And then once you have it in as a component, click and put it in the mobile phone. Okay. We need 1 more sensor that we will find in the sensors, in the palette, in the sensors options, the location, because we need the location to put it in the map. Okay. So click on the location part, put it in the mobile device simulator, and then you will find here as a location sensor non-visible component. Is it clear right now? Yes?
Maybe we can wait a little bit more because some of them they imported extensions now.
Okay, okay. While you are exporting the extensions, yeah, The interface is quite easy. You can customize everything. You can put as a button images. You can use any of the sensors that we have here, that are the sensors that we already have in our mobile phones. There's nice options also in App Inventor. For example, connect with social media, so we can use the Twitter module if we want to connect with the Twitter, for example, or do phone calls or send an email. We also can connect App Inventor with Lego Mindstorms. We can connect through Bluetooth communication, or directly with serial communication with Arduino, for the ones that use Arduino. What else? We can use databases if we want to save the data that we use in our app. Today is not going to be the case, but just in case you want to save data, we can use some of these databases as a component too. So it's quite complete. It's super nice tool to rapid prototype and apps. And as you can see, it's a nice tool to engage your students, especially if they have mobile devices. Okay. So should I continue?
I think so.
Yeah, perfect. So this is a key point, okay, for now. If you click in the MQT2 extension, you will see that here there's some properties that you need to fill. I'm gonna share with you the link for the host broker now. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Okay. The rest of the fields, keep it like this. So the ID and the password without nothing. The port is the port by default. Okay, and then we don't need any username. Okay. So I'm gonna give me a moment, because I need to go through here, and then okay, this is the number, and I'm gonna put this direction. You should put it in the host broker field. Okay, I'm gonna share with you in the chat. Okay, so this is the IP that you should put in the broker path, in the properties. Here, this is the number. Okay, I paste it in the chat. Yeah, so copy and paste it here like this. Don't change the number, because this is important. This is the IP where is the server for the IoT data collection. Okay, so copy and paste it here. Okay, I think there's nothing more. So important, before we go through the coding part. This number, this IP, okay? This is the address that we are going to use to connect our mobile phone and send the information, okay? No, Carla has a question, if we should use the same IP always. So for today, yes, we're going to use this IP, because we set up the IP in our server. So this is the IP of our server. But in case that you want to replicate this in your schools, okay, yeah, you need to have a server. I include how to set up a server in a Raspberry Pi, but you can use Amazon servers, whatever you want, and then use the IP that they give you, okay, in the case of your local server, okay. How to do this is in the documentation, okay. Also, Santi has shared the Discord channel. So this is a channel that we can use as a synchronous communication after this workshop, just in case you want to replicate the need and you need some help, okay? So, okay. Let's gonna go to the coding part. Okay, in a moment, I'm gonna come back again. So to go to the coding part, go to the blocks. I'm gonna put the IP here. Okay. So in the top right, there's the designer button and the blocks button. So click on the blocks button, and you will see something like this. In the left part, you will see the blocks are coding blocks. I don't know if you are familiar with the block coding. It's like quite similar than on Scratch. It's something that I didn't mention that I really like from MIT App Inventor is that you can change the language. So once you have the coding, you can change and share the file, and then people locally in their own language will see the code. Okay? So you can change, and I think they have this, like Dutch, English, Italian, Netherlands, Japanese, Chinese, so a lot of languages. Okay, perfect. And let's gonna start with the coding part. Okay, the first thing, let's choose a screen. Okay, the screen, all this code, it's related with the whole application. So click in the screen, and you will see the different options. And let's gonna use the third option, that is when the screen initializes. Okay. Again, the third option, when the screen initializes. Then click and put it in the viewer. Okay. Again, click in the screen, choose when the screen initializes, and move it to the viewer. Okay, like this. If you want to delete something, just select the block and click on the delete button, and that's all. Okay. Okay, everybody here. That's important. Eh? Then the next step, let's choose the MQTT TCP, this one. Okay. So what we are going to do is say, when you open the application, when the application is initialized, let's go and connect to the MQTT server. Okay. So click on the connect and put it inside, like this. Easy? Again, in the MQTT, select call MQTT connect and put inside the initialize. Okay. What is going to do this action is when you open the application, when the application is initialized in your mobile phone, it's going to connect to where? To this IP, to this server. Okay. That's why we put this IP, this information. Okay. Next, we are going to take the sound level. So sorry, the sound pressure level. Okay, this one, the extension. Okay. And we're going to choose the only option that we have here is that when the sound pressure level updated. Yeah. And we are going to select this, and we are going to put it again in the viewer. Okay. Now, what we want is to get the decibels. Okay, that is the measure, the unit measure that we use in the noise. But first, let's gonna create a variable. A variable in coding is a space in the memory of your mobile phone where you can save information. Okay. So to do this, go to variables in the blocks part. In the left, variables, and then choose the first option, that is initialize global. Okay. Choose and put it in the viewer. Perfect. Let's gonna put a name. You can put the name that you want. I try to put always mnemonetic names to the variables. So I wanna put level decibels. Okay. And we need to initialize this variable with a value. So let's gonna go again to the blocks part, math, that are blocks related with mathematics. And it's gonna choose the first. Okay. This is mandatory. So always initialize a variable with a value. In the case is 0. Okay. It's clear? For now, everybody should be at this moment. Yeah?
I don't say anything, so I understand.
I suppose that you are working on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, next step. Let's go again in the variable part. And let's gonna use the set. Because what we're gonna do now is every time that the mobile phone gets the noise level, that's gonna save it in this variable. Okay? So go to variable, choose set, and move it in the viewer inside the sound pressure level module. Okay? I'm gonna delete this. Perfect. And now we need to get the decibels. So if you put the mouse over the decibels, you will see these blocks. Okay, again, the mouse over the decibels, you move to the right and you say get decibels. And we put it. Okay, and then which variable are we gonna save? You click in the set arrow, get the global level decibels. Okay. I'm gonna repeat this because this is important. So go to variable, choose set, put it inside the sound pressure level module. Okay, I'm not gonna do it now. I already have it. And then once you have here, choose in the set the global level decibels. And then you put the mouse over the decibels, this, and do choose the get decibels and connect. Okay? Perfect. Okay, once we have this information, let's gonna do two things. Let's gonna show this information in the application. To do this, we have, remember that we have labels. So let's gonna use one of the labels, that is sound level. Okay. And then in the label, click on sound label, and let's choose the first option that puts set sound level, and let's gonna click it and put it in the viewer below the variable. Okay, set sound level. And then the second option is what are we gonna set? We are gonna set the text. Okay. And then we are gonna show, you click in the variables, we are gonna get the decibels. Okay. Easy. Sound level, text, get decibels. So at this moment, when the mobile gets this information, I'm going to show in the first label, in this one. Okay? And then also, we are going to show the location. So go to the label location. Okay? Click set location. Here. And then let's going to change the text of the location. Okay. And now for the location, we need two parameters, the latitude and the longitude. Okay. So let's gonna put it all together. And to do this is go to the text block. Okay. The left text block, and select the second option that puts join. Okay. Join. And let's move it to here. Okay. Perfect. We will need to add two more options. As you see in the join, we have two inputs. So we need 4 inputs, and you will see why we need these 4 inputs. So click on the blue button. Okay, in join, blue button. Santi, this question? No. Again, in the join, blue button, choose a string, and put 1 and 2. So you will see that there's 4 options. Okay. Again, in the join option, blue button, choose string, and put it inside here. Okay. Perfect. Then go to the text again, but in that case, we are going to use the first option. So we are going to put a string at the beginning. So we're going to put a text in the beginning. So choose here, and we are going to put, I'm going to show you bigger. Okay, we are going to put here location and double points. Okay, again, text, first option, location. Perfect. Then the first value that we need to put in the location is going to be the latitude. So go to the location. I think I didn't put it. No. So wait a moment. Yeah. In the blocks part. Second. Okay. Choose in the blocks location sensor. Okay. And then in the location sensor, select one of these options, location sensor altitude, for example, and put it inside here. And then let's gonna choose from the options latitude. Clear? Latitude. Then, yeah, I know. Let's gonna click over the location. Let's gonna duplicate. And let's gonna put it in the last one. Instead of the latitude, the longitude. Yeah. So we have in the mobile phone, in the screen, we are going to see the location, then latitude, longitude, and between the latitude and the longitude, we need to separate with a comma. Okay, so click on the text, go to the first option, click on that here, and we will see comma. Okay? Perfect. Everybody's here? We are a little bit late. Probably we're going to spend 10 minutes more, but please be here because the result could be nice. Okay, last thing, because before we start sending information, we need to send information. Okay, to send information, we decide that when we click over the share data button, we will send this information. Okay, so go to the blocks, and then in the share data button, let's gonna choose the first option, that is when share data click, or when your button click. Okay. Perfect. Once we have the when share data click, let's gonna choose the MQTT option because we are gonna send a message. Okay, and what we want is to publish this information. Okay. Public this information. So choose the option that put call publish, call MQTT-CP publish. Okay, and put inside the click. Here we have 4 options that we need to fill. Let's gonna start with the first one, with the topic, and it is important. Okay, because this is the input when we define, okay, when I send this message go to someone, no? So let's gonna define to who I'm gonna send this information. So go to the text, okay, choose the first option, put it in the topic part, okay, and I'm gonna do it bigger, because this is important. All of you should put Steam week not in capital letters, in minor letters. Steam week, like this. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's go for it. Now we need the message that we need to send to our server. Okay. Again, go to the text, go to join, select, and put it in the message bar. Okay. And for this, we will need 7 inputs. Okay. Because we are going to send our name or our ID. We are going to send the latitude and the longitude, and we are going to send the decibels. Okay. So click on the blue button, add a string until 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. 7. Okay. So let's gonna send first. The first part of the message are gonna be our name or our ID. So go to text, choose the first option, click on the join, and let's gonna put you want your name. I'm not gonna record any information from you. So in my case, I'm gonna put Xavi. In your case, you can put whatever you want. It's important that in the topic, you need to put a Steam week. Okay, this is mandatory if you want to see how it works. Then After the name, we are going to put a comma because we are going to send the information, but we are going to separate this information by commas, okay? So you can click over the text component, click duplicate, and then connect, and then put a comma. Okay, easy. Then the next option that we are going to send is the latitude. So we can go to this path, click on the latitude, right button, duplicate, and we will have the latitude information, and we are going to put after the first comma. Okay. Yeah. Then after the latitude, we need a comma.
Can they copy the ones that they did?
Yeah. At the end, what you will need is this information. Okay. I'm gonna go fast. Latitude, longitude, then a comma. Okay. So your name, comma, the latitude, comma, the longitude, comma, and the last information that we need to send is the decibels. Okay. So go to variables, get, and then get global level decibels. Okay, I'm going to do it like so you can see everything here. So we have 4 blocks. One is to initialize the communication. The second one is when we click the button, we will share this information. The topic, that is going to be STEAM Week. Your name, comma, latitude, comma, longitude, comma, and the decibels. And that's important, this information, because in the server, we are going to get this information, and I'm going to read this information. The server is going to read this information and say, okay, the first information is the name, the second, the latitude, the third one is the longitude, and the fourth one is the decibels, okay? Yeah, everybody's here? Perfect. So next step, let's go to the designer part and let's go and test it. So go to connect, a companion, and scan your QR code, okay, with the MIT App Inventor. Okay, give me a moment. So you use this application, click on the scan QR code and scan your code. And if everything is okay, after like 5-4 seconds, depends on your connectivity, you will see. Okay, and now if everything is okay, you see, I don't know, you can see my screen. I'm reading the noise level, and also I'm showing, I can see my location. Important that you have active in your mobile phone the location. Okay.
Can you show them how to get your QR? QR.
Okay, yeah. So go, okay, I'm gonna reset again. Go to the connect, a companion. With this option, the application is not in your mobile phone. It's just a simulation, okay? Just to check that everything is working. Once you have it, we will build the application and we will have in our mobile phones, okay? But again, connect, a companion, and then in your mobile phone with the MIT App Inventor application, something like this. Click on the button, scan with QR code, scan the code, and then probably you will see here. It's okay for you. Can you see the noise level and your location? The location you should have active, or you need to give rights that activate the location in your mobile phone. Okay. Please, can you confirm me that you can see in your in your devices the noise level and the location in the chat? Yes, perfect. Okay. Now don't do still nothing, okay? Because this is what we call the wow moment. Okay. So when you click in the share data, I will receive this information. Okay. For now, I have 2 people connected. Okay. I waiting more than 2 people. Okay.
Person have problems.
Okay. Who has problem?
Person. You can only see like random letters.
Yeah, because the random letters in your application or in the QR code after read the QR code. Okay, let's gonna check for the ones that still cannot see the noise level and the location. Is in the blocks should be something like this. Okay, 2 blocks, the click, and the sound pressure level, and especially in your screen, you need to select in the label text, get the decibels. Okay. Okay, Berna, what we can do now is first test for the rest of the people, and then we can go with you again and to try to fix your problem. Okay, Berna? Thank you. Perfect. So at least someone has been connected. Okay. Then if I go to the map, okay, can someone click on the share data button? Share data, click in your mobile app. I'm going to check if someone has is sending this information. Moment. Just give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Can someone click on the share data? There's not did. I didn't receive nothing. I'm gonna check in my. Okay. Let me check that everything is okay because it's not working now. I don't know why. Okay, so in Barcelona it's working. So this is where we are now. Let me check. Not still in Croatia. Okay. Let's wanna check important things. In the component, this is the IP. And the port should be this one. Please check. Okay, okay. For Carla, I'm gonna go with you, but first let me check with Nevenka. Nevenka, the arguments are the wrong number. Probably this is because in the blocks part, you need to fill all the inputs in the join. So in this part, in the click button, you should have all the inputs filled, and the same with the sound level. So you should have all the components, all the inputs with some information.
Location sensor 1, I do have everything in there.
Okay. And in the same, sorry, that's my fault. Sorry, that's my fault. I missed 2 inputs here. Oops, sorry.
I was just asking what the QoS is and retained, but
Okay.
I think you didn't see the question.
No, I didn't see. Sorry about this. Okay, so for this, these are 2 parameters that the broker message you needed. And I'm not gonna go super deep on this, but just go. Thank you for this, because I completely forget. Go to for the first one, the QoS. Go to the math. Choose the first option and put 2, because this is the number of messages that you can have in memory in your device when you are clicking. Okay, so by default put 2. Okay, and then if you go to the logic part, select false and click in retain. Okay, logic, false, and click on retain. Okay, and it means that once you have sent the message, don't keep it in your memory. Okay, so now I think that you have it. Okay, and then there was another question that the companion is disconnecting. Okay, for the ones that all the time are disconnected, and once you have all the information here, go to the build. Instead of connect, let's go and download the app in our mobile phones. So click in the build, and then provide QR code for AP key. AP key is the extension that all the applications in Android has. Okay, so go to the build, provide QR code.
Okay, I did it. Thank you.
And then in that case, you are not going to have a mirror in your device. You're going to have the application. Okay. For this, wait just like a couple of seconds, depends on the connection. It also depends of the how many components do you have in your application to generate this AP key. Okay. Yes, let's wait. I hope it's working. It's working in your case. Can you see that?
Yes, it's 35%.
Okay, so let's wait.
Like in your.
Okay, like in my computer. Okay. It's normally takes less time, but I don't know what's happening today. Let's wait. What about the others? Okay, Vesna is compiling. Carla is compiling too. There's someone else that is compiling. Morana, perfect. So you don't have any warnings, no? If you see in this bar.
No, I don't have any warnings.
Perfect. That's a good option. Okay. Let's see if it's finished. Yes, it takes time. Now, perfect. I have it. Okay. Then once you have when you got the QR code, you probably in your mobile phone are going to ask you, hey, do you want to download this application? Okay, so click yes. Sometimes ask you about security reasons, so give permissions, give the rights to download the application. And this thing happens because we are downloading the application directly to our mobile phones without go through the Google Play. Okay. Once you have it, download to your mobile phone. Please tell me how is it going, if you have in your mobile phone already installed. If not, Carla is still generating the QR code, I suppose. Okay, let's see if we can see Marx, like in Barcelona. How is it going? Okay, Morad, you have the application in your mobile phone already? Okay, so you need to download the file and then install. Probably it's going to ask you about install the application. There's not? Yeah.
I have a question. Vesna is here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, now I downloaded the application and I double clicked on it, and it's asking me to lurk in Microsoft Store application. Which one?
The ones that you have downloaded. So it's asking to give the permissions to install the application?
Yes, he asks me how do I want to open that application, and he gave me give me a choice to look application in a Microsoft Store.
No, no, because you're doing this, Vesna, in your mobile phone, is it?
No, I'm doing this on my computer.
No, no. So you can. This is an application for your mobile phone.
Okay.
So you need to download in your mobile phone.
Okay.
So when you go to the build, instead of put save APK to my computer, click on the provide QR code.
Okay. 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 I will try.
Okay. If someone that has the okay, Carla is waiting, still waiting. Someone has the application installed in the mobile phone. Okay, Carla. And Nevenka, you already have the application? And if you have the application, can you see the noise level and the location?
Some of them before they say yes.
Yeah, you need to wait a little bit when you are generating the QR code. Okay, go for it. Okay, these things happen sometimes when you depends on your connection. So build. No, don't worry, Carla. I mean, we are here to wait. What I want to see is your information in the map. So if you have time, we still have time. Okay. And I suppose that Roberto is okay with this. Is it, Roberto?
Now you don't have too much options.
Hmm? No. How is it going? Tell me. 30%. Okay, we can wait. While it's waiting, what we can do probably is what I can explain is how we approach this process in the schools. For this, I'm gonna show you. It's in the presentation, something. Okay, perfect. Okay. While this, I'm gonna explain you how we did this in the schools while you are downloading. So please, once you have installed the application in your mobile phones, tell us in the chat, okay? So in that case, that was a school in Ibiza. So the process is, okay, first do the app to understand how the apps work, to learn coding and also how to prototype an app. Then we give them a map, and then with the app, they go in the schools and start measuring the noise level in different parts of the schools. For example, in the classroom, in the kitchen room, in the patio, in the library, in different places. So they have their own application. They measure this information, and then they generate. They generate. And I cannot do zoom on this. I think. No. They generate. Perfect. Just give me a second. Okay. So we link this, sorry, this is in Spanish. So they can measure locally. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but okay, when I generated the QR code, so I scanned it with my phone. They asked me to install my project. So I did it. And I can see the application, but it says, oh, it works.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm clicking share data.
Okay, wait a moment. I want to check something.
Morana wants also you to check.
Okay. So, moment. Give me a second.
I can check it.
Perfect. So, someone sent the information, but probably the location was 00 at the beginning. Okay. Hey, have you seen?
Yes.
So this is from Morana, and probably it's because you click in the share data when still you don't have the location, was 00.
Okay, I do now have the location, so let me share it again.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna share the screen. Moment. Can you see the screen now?
How now?
This is what I see.
Super strange, no? Yes. Wait a second. I'm gonna do something. No. Okay, perfect. Can you see the map now?
No.
No.
Yes.
In my screen. Okay.
Yes, we saw it.
Okay. So for that moment, I have information from Carla.
I can see.
And also from Morana. Okay. But let's gonna do something nice because I'm not saving this information for security reasons and for your privacy. So I did the reset now. I did the reset of the map. And please, can you start sharing the information?
Just a second.
Okay. Please tell me once you have it.
I guess I did. I don't know.
Try to do it again because now perfect. So again, someone is sending 00. Diego. Okay, Diego. You see the location is 00. That's why it's mapped in the middle of the ocean in Africa. But still nobody from Croatia. Can you try to send? And okay, Diego again. Diego, can you hear me?
Sharing, so I can do it again.
Yeah. So try to do it again. Yeah, but still your location is 00. So probably it's because you don't have active the location sensor in your mobile phone. Or probably you are inside your house.
I'm inside my house.
So you cannot see the location in your mobile phone.
Just a second.
And what about the others? Because I was... Okay, Diego is here. Yeah. Can you go upside?
I think I can. I have a lot of stuff over me.
And what about the others?
So, okay, I have the location and I can.
So you have the location and click.
So I have the wait. Okay, I have the location. I can share.
Now perfect. You see in Zagreb? Yeah.
Data.
I have
on my phone, I can see only text for label 2 because I didn't say anything. My location, the numbers, and the button share data.
Yeah, and then Carla, probably you have some problem with the noise sensor. Let's see. So we have DBs here. From Diego, it's okay, but not the location. And then with Carla, we have the location, but not the DBs.
I think there's something wrong in the code, maybe.
We can check it. If you go to here, and then in the last part.
Maybe because I have a lot of stuff, security blockades in my phone.
This could be an option. This could be an option.
Because,
this could be.
Let me see the code. Because I have everything right in my code. I'm sorry, but it's much easier to talk than to write. It's faster, actually. No, in the code is everything okay, like you said. I have the location sensor, like latitude, longitude, decibels, set global level decibels to get the decibel. Is that right?
Okay, let me just a moment. So yeah, I don't know if someone else has done the exercise.
I don't know either.
Could you tell me if someone else?
So I have in the message get global level decibels too.
Well, I don't know, already like shared the location, but it wasn't visible, so maybe
probably. Probably.
It could be maybe because of the security issues, but I don't understand if it's shouldn't show the location then.
Yeah, what you can do, Morana, is close the app, the app that you have done. Then go to the your mobile phone and select the location sensor, open. And once you have opened in your mobile phone, open the app. Okay. Because you are sending information, Diego is sending information, and then
yes, I do have my first project has location information.
So we have information from Diego, from Morana, and from Carla.
Okay, but why I cannot see the here the disabled?
I don't know because I cannot see your mobile. Sorry.
Yeah. It's great that we did this, so I can see what can I do with the things, with the program. And I think the program is great, and my kids are used to those blocks because we used to work on with robots.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we could be able to play with it. So great.
Yeah. Okay. Give me just the last second. Because I want everything.
Do you have my location or not?
Yeah, just give me a moment because I'm checking another thing. Can you see my screen? Because
yes.
now, okay, because then it's your computer something that is problem. Okay, can you again? Sorry, because I'm not saving any information. Okay, now. So we have the information from Morana, but still is 00. Okay, are you in Africa? Vesna doesn't work. Why?
Vesna is here. I don't know what's the problem.
In your device, you can see the location and the information from the noise level.
No, everything here is okay. My blocks are the same as yours.
But in the application, once you open the application in your mobile phone, you can see the noise level and the location?
No, I can't open application on my mobile phone. That's the problem.
Ah, that's the problem. Probably
I
because
I clicked share data more than 10 times and nothing happens.
But in your mobile phone?
No, on my not on my real mobile phone, on my simulation mobile phone.
No, in your simulation doesn't work.
Okay.
The simulation is just a simulation of your interface, but it's not a functionality. But if you want to see working this, you need to have it in your mobile phone.
Okay, I will try one more time.
Yeah, try to download in your mobile phone. Okay, so I have Morana and Carla that are sending information, but Morana is still in the 00.
Okay.
And then Diego, that is sending information, is still 00. Diego.
Yes.
Are you there? Yeah.
Yes. I'm here, but I'm in Rijeka, not in Africa.
But do you have like activated the location in your mobile phone?
Yes, I activate my location on my Android phone.
Okay, and can you see in the app the location, or is 002?
Location 00.
Okay, so can you try to go like outside in order to get this?
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And then who else? Nevenka. Nevenka, you are sending. Nevenka, you are sending. So you can see in your mobile phone the noise level and the location. Is it? And what is the location? In terms of number, can you plug, like copy and paste the location more or less? Because it's strange and just so we can see information from Diego, we can see information from Carla, Morana. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Okay. So the location seems it's okay. I want to check something. We have 7 people connected, so this is nice. So 7 people is connected to the server. What I cannot see is when using this information. Okay, can you go through here? I'm gonna send you. And then in the map, still we just have Carla, Diego, and Marana. Yeah. Diego is still in 00. And Carla have this information. And give me just 1 minute, okay? Because I want to check something in the. So, okay, I don't know if you have time. If you have time, tell us, because we can spend more time here until you have it. So for Diego and Morana, the thing is the location. The data is okay, but the location is still 00. And probably this is because you are inside and the mobile phone is not receiving the location information. Okay. And then for Carla, the problem is the sensor that puts infinity. And this could be because the sensor in your mobile phone is not working well, or because in the code part there's something that is missing.
Can you send the blocks again for them to check it?
I can do it.
Set up.
So this is the information that we are sending. Your ID, comma, latitude.
Let me check again the code. Yeah, my name, comma, Sensor 1, let's sensor 2.
Latitude, longitude, and then the global level decibels.
Yes, true and false. Everything is okay.
And then the topic is steam week
Yes,
in minor letters, okay?
yes.
Perfect. And then
I don't know, maybe this
in
part.
the,
When pressure level 1, it's okay. Decibel, A weighted decibels, C weighted decibels. Set global level decibels to get decibels. Sound. I found the it. I put
nice.
sound label, not sound label.
Okay.
So I have to change.
In theory, the name doesn't matter for this part.
Let me change this.
And while you are checking this, we still have Carla information, Morana.
Okay.
Morana, finally, Morana is working now. Ooh. So we have information from Morana and Carla in Zagreb. Is someone that has done the app and is not in Zagreb? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Something like this. So we have here. No, wait. No. We're doing a screenshot of the code, and in the Discord channel, if you join, you will see the information. Okay. I will keep the server during this week, just in case you want to repeat the workshop. And you see, now finally I have the information from you. From the Morana. Morana, have you seen? This is the bug. Every time that you send this information, I can read it from here. And then in the map also is here. Okay, so Morana, perfect. Okay, and then the others that has the location 00, this is because, so the decibels are okay, but the problem is the location, and probably this is because you are inside in your home. If you go outside, if you go to the street and test it, you will see that it's gonna be marked. Okay. And then in the case of Carla, probably is the sensor that is not working because it puts infinity. Infinity means that it gives you a strange value.
No, I put the wrong block. I put sound label instead of sound level. I cannot find the level.
No, but the sound, this, you mean in that name, no? In this label.
Sound
This one, no?
No, down.
Down.
Okay, in that block, when sound pressure level 1, blah, blah, blah. And then we have do set global level decibels and then you have set sound level text to get decibels. Well, I don't have that block. I have only with sound label, L-A-B-L. I don't have level, L-E-V-L.
But this is just the name of the label. I mean, if you put another name, it works too.
Well, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but I think that this is not the problem, because in this information, this part of the block is just for your mobile phone. So in your screen, you will see this information. And when you are sending the information, we are using this block. Okay.
Well, and I have, but I see infinity. So I have sound level text to get decibels. So I see infinity and nothing.
So can you do one thing just to test? If you change, instead of put get decibels, remove it, and let's gonna do a fake.
Not there, on the text. Okay, that, I'm sorry.
And instead of get decibels here,
okay,
let's gonna put a number. So let's put like, I don't know, 50, just to double check that the problem is not in the sensor. And then, yeah, and then repeat the process to build the app and everything.
Okay.
Just to see that you put a random number, and then we can see in the map. Okay. Yeah. Close, no? Yeah. Sorry, we are super late. Yeah, sorry, Roberto. But finally, we have Morana that have this information, and now we can see what.
No problem, but I don't want to push you anymore because you give us so much time from you. So I don't know if you want to maybe summarize this or share maybe some findings or what you are doing in the schools or end or something like that. And we can try, and because you mentioned that you will keep this IP address open, so maybe just to mention how long, so our colleagues can try to explore and to see if it's if they can correct errors and try to get on the map.
Yeah, sure. So. Yeah. So two things. The first one is that we have the Discord channel here. Okay. So if you want to join here, we can follow you. If you have questions, okay. We share this information in the documentation, but also in the chat. Okay. And then how we use this. So normally this is the first step. Let me go back. So first step, create the app, do this exercise, so you can do it distributed. Then the second is use the app that they have done, the students have done, and start measuring the locals. In that case, was inside the school. So now they understand what does it mean, the noise. They understand how to code an app. Then the second step is to prototype an electronic device. And for this, we use Microbit, and we use Microbit because it's a tool that is not super expensive. It's cheap, that you can use block programming or code programming in Python. And we start doing like the connecting sensors, analog sensors or digital sensors. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. So we introduced what does it mean the noise, we did the exercise, then they map the noise in different spaces in the school. Then they do their own sound meter. Okay, and then they can identify which are the parts of which are the spaces in the school that are more noisy and the ones that are less noisy. Then we prototype a smart citizen kit with microbits, trying to understand what are the sensors, how to build their own sensors, how to code these sensors, okay, give some ideas. And once they understand everything, so they know how to do an app, they know how to prototype a smart citizen, we go through, okay, what is the next step? What you can do with data? So with which social challenges you can try to give solutions, try to propose solutions with data, electronics, coding, and science. Okay, so that's our approach. And normally this is depends of the school, but a 1 year project, because then in each of the steps you can go through, okay, what does it mean code, what does it mean analog sensor, how to learn electronics, which are the basic of electronics. I mean, you can go super deep in each of the steps, but at the end, with the excuse of noise pollution, you can do like a nice STEAM project inside your school. Okay, and I think that's everything. Santi, do you want to add something? It's unmute.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I would like to, I know that there's a lot of people, but I would like to have like to finish everything or to wrap up the session with a kind of like feedback, a little bit of feedback from your side. But as we are a lot, I don't think so we will be able to open the mic for everybody. But instead of that, we use normally a tool that helps to collect, let's say, opinions, reflections, and learning outcomes. And for that, I also put it on the documentation, the ones that are following the HackMD documentation. If it's not, maybe we can share here in the, I already shared it, I think so. Let me see. Yeah. Xavi, can you share? Because then,
Yeah.
Because I cannot share, so.
Because I'm super happy.
Xavi is also looking the map. Because the people, because the people is posting things, so
now it's more or less working.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you see the map now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have information from Nena and Morana and Carla, and probably still
someone in the 00.
Barcelona and one in the 00. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Cool. Yeah, I posted here in the Padlet. So I don't know if you know this tool. This is a kind of like collaborative space that the nice thing is that well, you don't need to have an account to contribute, and it's an easy way for everybody to express what they feel it, impressions, comments. We just suggest here some of the things that we basically take a look today. Some of them we see it more in detail. Some other ones just we mention it. Some other ones are like ideas that we can put it here, as for example, how we can use these things to integrate it more in the curriculums using STEAM. What about the social? What do you think about digital social innovation and ODS, and what kind of problems or issues you detect in your basically schools or surroundings, let's say? And what do you think about this remote learning activity in terms of the methodology and following an activity online and trying to do it at the same time? I just copy and paste some of the comments that you was mentioning in the chat, just to give you an idea. And then this tool have no science, let's say, or no. It's not difficult if you basically manage to do an app in the App Inventor. So as you click, you can basically type a comment, and then with the right click on top, then you can, if you go in if you put it on top, then there's 3 dots there. I think so, Xavi, can you? Yeah, I think so, yeah. And here you can say connect, and then you can connect to any of the, let's say, tools, technologies, or resources. So it's just, you don't have to comment all of them, but it would be nice if we get like a feedback from the session. And please add your comments in any or in all, and also improvements, anything that you came out, or any idea that you had during the workshop, this will be nice to do it, whatever. So just new ways or approach or whatever. So it will help us to iterate the process, and from here, I'm sure that we will do more iterations. So yeah, that's it. I think so. I don't know if there's too many people in the Padlet, and if you want to contribute, but yeah. And then as a reflection mode, as a reflection point of view, and from the learning point of view, I know that maybe it's too much for the kind of session we did, but try to think what you learn, let's say, out of the tools that we use or what we show today, not just comments. For example, we had some problems that we had to fix it. So what did you learn from that? Or I don't know, any useful information that you get. We are also interested in this.
While we may be waiting for some feedback in Padlet, I want to thank you all guys in Xavi, Santi, and someone else was also there. Oliver, okay. So thank you very much. It was great, interesting. Unfortunately, I have an iPhone. But I will definitely try it and try to replicate it. A lot of people send me a question, can we replicate it slowly, and so on. So definitely it raises lots of interest. Sorry, I'm also tired. So a lot of interest, and it was great to see. And I know what you are trying, because I know from Smart Citizen, which is also a great project you are making, what you are trying to do with this workshop. And it's very interesting how to do it and how to let's say, inspire kids to be aware of the environment or context where they are living. So this is also very important for them to understand about different aspects of the environment. So thank you very much, and it's always great to see what you are doing in Barcelona, and I'm always thinking, yes, I want to be in Barcelona. So
you are super welcome, Roberto.
Yeah, I know. Any of you two or three are involved in Citizen project?
Not now.
Centrino project.
Yeah, both. We are in both.
Okay, so we are in the same boat. So I hope it will be an opportunity to be in Barcelona, but also we will try to motivate our this community of teachers, try to do same thing, try to replicate, and also to send you feedback how they can have idea how to use it, and maybe to help you also with some nice ideas. I believe that we deserve to leave this, and Thank you very much. I don't know if you have some questions maybe, but anyone can also contact us, and we are in close contact with Barcelona, so we can someone having a dinner. I'm also running wine. so yeah, that's yes. On Discord we can also put the questions. So please do not hesitate to put the questions or comments. Our friends in Barcelona would really appreciate this. And
just okay. Yeah. Roberto, no, just to an observation about Discord. So Discord is an let's say open let's say platform for building communities. It's not our platform, or we are not expecting anything about this. Like it's just another tool that we are trying and experimenting to also build a community around this idea of digital social innovation. So our idea is that as soon as we do activities like this, so we will like put the documentation there and then see how we can collaborate with the rest of the interested like people. So feel free to put there also your content, and let's see if we can manage to handle everything, let's say. And that's it. For the rest of the things, we are super happy, and thanks for thanks to give us this opportunity.
Thank you. I have a question, because you sent me an invitation for Discord, but whatever I enter and I push continue, it's nothing happens.
Not working? Okay.
I will check, and we will manage this some other time. So no problem. Yeah. Thank you very much to all, and have a nice evening. And yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Yes, I don't know if there is no questions. I would like to ask if Santi is here.
I already saw him. He's here.
Oh.
Hi, hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Santi.
Santi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. And also a pleasure to be part of the Do It project.
Yes, I want to mention this, that Santi and Fabio in Barcelona, or IAC, I don't know who exactly, is also a partner on this project. But Santi wouldn't have a workshop using these tools, but something new. So it will be also interesting. But maybe, Eva, if you are agree, and if Santi is here already, we can ask Santi to give some introduction to the workshop and how to proceed with the workshop you are leading in next 1.5 hour, or maybe even a little bit more extra time.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Actually, what we will propose to do is something that is in continuation of the Do It project, and something that we are exploring for so many years here in Fabula Barcelona and IAC. I will do a proper introduction, let's say, during the workshop. But actually, what we are trying to do is like to make accessible the technology to start like solving like social problems and be like an active part in terms of society, and do it with the kids and with the youngs. So during this like 5-6 years, so we developed certain tools, but every day it's even more accessible and, let's say, easy to prototype and to start like taking like let's say explore the worlds with the real data, let's say, and then start working with the data to take decisions. And what we will do today is to show how we can use our phones, that is incredible like technology that most of us we have it for taking like environmental data. And we would like to expose, let's say, participants to prototype an app that then it will visualize, let's say, in a map, the noise pollution, let's say. And this is something that we explored during also Do It and with another projects as a Smart Citizen and Making Sense. So if you would like to join us for the next 1 hour and a half, we will try to prototype this experience.
Thank you for introduction, and we have a FabLab in Zagreb and FabLab in Barcelona have a really good connection. We are inspired by Barcelona. A lot of things what we managed to do here in Croatia is the result of participation on the projects. And in 2015 was preparation of Make It project. So that's the first time when we start to collaborate with Barcelona. And yes, we are really thank you. I want to thank you and of course Thomas and other team in FabLab Barcelona to have time to share your experience with our teachers here. Maybe just to mention that you have a limited number, so we have now 145 participants here. So we will share another link. You can share this link when you are ready, and we will try. We also give information about the preparation for the workshop, what to install, and I hope the participants will be prepared. So also this is I want to thank to Santi and yesterday to Adam and Andre on the Monday, because it's not so easy to perform a workshop online, especially this hands-on workshop, because it's much easier when you are in FabLab and then you are working with the tools. But I hope that everything will go well. So whenever you're ready, you can continue.
Okay, so if you don't mind, I will share here the link, and then basically I will disconnect and we will go to the other meet room, and let's see who's going to be available, and let's meet there in a second. Let me copy and paste the link here. Wait. Okay, if I'm not wrong, is this one? What? Okay, is it correct? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, so see you there. Let's wait for 5-10 minutes to see who's joining. We will start there. Bye.
Bye from here.